Good day. My name's Graham Gordon Thomas, and I like to sort of unravel the news a bit. See what it really means. What is fake, what is not fake. Now, we're told by Muslims that their way of being is far superior to our way of being in the West. We're told that we have an inferior way of being, in other words. Therefore, they think they're culturally superior to us. I agree with them. Yes, it must be true. It's true that Islam is better than the Western freedom and democracy, equality for women. It has to be true. Therefore, I don't believe that there's any trouble within Islam anywhere in the world at all. The thing in Syria is all made up. It's theatre done in Hollywood or somewhere else. It's just theatre. Starving children and children abandoned in Bangladesh, that's just theatre to make Islam look bad. All those reports about strange Islamic groups kidnapping girls because they're having an education in sub-Saharan Islamic Africa, it's just nonsense. None of it can be true, because Islam is perfect, and we're told that all the time. You can't argue with any imam or anyone who propagates the idea that Islam is perfect. Even Western feminists all agree Islam is perfect, which is very odd. Western feminists, therefore, maybe they actually feel that the men that they've emasculated are actually no longer worth breeding with, and they fancy maybe a little domination by some muscular Muslim bloke, which is natural, all perfectly in the order of biology itself, that women are turned on by the more muscular approach. That's normal. That's why blokes get all muscular and look how tough I am, because yes, it looks tough in front of me, but they want to attract women. So it makes you wonder, the deeper psyche of feminists, a biological psyche of feminists, is saying, oh, we fancy a bit of domination, maybe, and that's why they support and all for bringing millions of Muslims into our country to spread this wonderful thing that they have in elsewhere, that we, the Western press, is making out that there's a war in Syria or between Muslims, and it can't be true. Obviously it's not true. Obviously it's just a fairy tale, no fake, because Islam, we're told over and over again, is such a wonderful religion, the perfect way to be. It's all down to God, whatever that is. Not down to humans at all. Humans apparently have got no mind of their own, can't think for themselves, and everything's directed by some God with all these sort of, and everyone's a sort of puppet of God, in, if you like. Whatever it, however God works, I'm not really sure. I've never investigated it that deeply, but I do know this, that Islam is a superior way of being, because we're told it all the time. Therefore, I do know, therefore, that there is no trouble in Islamic countries. They have a very peaceful, wonderful existence, and therefore there's no need for us to take millions of asylum seekers, because what's that all about? They have a perfect system in their own countries. So the idea that we have to have asylum seekers to escape Islamic oppression or oppression by other Muslims cannot be true. It's not true, right? And also they just come in here for a holiday or the free visa. I don't know why Muslims come to Western countries. I can't work that one out, because they come into an inferior system to the one they're leaving. So what is it? Islam is superior or not superior? We can't quite tell, but I have to take their word for it. These people are religious people. They say it's a perfect system, so therefore I have to take their word for it, because you can't disagree anymore with other cultures. Whatever they say, we have to agree with. It's political correctness. Says I have to agree with everything Islamic people say, and Muslims say I've got to automatically agree with it. So Islam is perfect. It's a perfect system. Therefore, there is no poverty in the Middle East. There is no cruelty to women and children. There's none of that. There's no non-arbitrary locking up of women in Iran or anywhere like that. It's just not true. It's just bad press by the West to give these people a bad name, because Western press and Western governments are jealous of the perfection of the Islamic way. So the Western governments and the Western press are propagating the idea that there's all this trouble in the Middle East and between Jews and Palestinians and all that. It's just propagation, it's just nonsense. None of it's true. None of it's true. I don't believe any of it. I think there's no trouble there's no starving children in Islamic Africa. There's no children abandoned in Bangladesh. It just can't be true. Bangladesh is dark and Islamic, so double the qualities you need to be superior to Western cultures. So you have to say, we have to question the lies we get told in the press in the West about Islam, when we're told by Islamic preachers that is the perfect way. If it's a perfect way, then nothing we can hear or read or see on the TV about Islam, about Syria, can be true. None of it can be true. It's all lies. It must be perfect over there, living in like a paradise, run by all these wonderful imams, getting around with AK-47s to tell you what to do and all that, you know, dominating all them women like they do. And all that. I suppose some blokes dominating women like that and having them as you like is pretty paradisical, but it all depends on how you see the world. But there you go, that's my take on it. There is no problems in the Middle East. There's no problems in sub-Saharan Islamic Africa, none whatsoever. It's all lies propagated by the West because they're jealous because our system's failing, and some over there within Islam, it's all in paradise, all living in paradise. They're all living in paradise too, you know. There must be, because it is perfect. It is God's way. And God's way must be far superior to humans' way. Either way, I live in a rather strange world that can't make up its mind whether it's Alpha or Martha. Anyway, that's my take on it. There is no problems in Islamic countries. It's all bad propaganda in the West. There is no bombing going on in Syria. It's not possible. Not possible that any Islamic person is doing anything rotten to another Islamic person. Nah, don't believe it anymore. Anyway, my name's Graham Gordon Thomas, putting a different insight onto what's going on. It's all baloney. Islam being as perfect as it is, life in the Middle East must be some sort of paradise. Bye.